25 years ago today, the Northridge earthquake devastated parts of the San Fernando Valley.
Dozens were killed when the powerful quake hit. News 8's Shannon Handy took a look back at our reporting from that tragic day.
Joins us now with more on what she found and what a local expert is saying about our current infrastructure.
Yeah, Carlo and Barbara, it's hard to believe it's been 25 years. When the Northridge earthquake hit, it was so powerful. Some people here in San Diego even felt it. Now, at the time, it was a huge story impacting thousands of people. Today, we dug into our archives and took a look at some of the News 8 stories that aired during the aftermath.
Store after store after store after store damaged.
Reporter Chris Saunders took us to Sherman Oaks on January 17, 1994.
We're on Ventura Boulevard, and everywhere you look, there's damage.
The Northridge earthquake hit at 4:31 a.m. It measured a 6.7 magnitude.
Thank God, we're okay.
It was a bad earthquake, really bad earthquake.
Nearly 60 people died. Lauren and Carol visited an apartment complex in Northridge where the top stories collapsed onto the first floor, killing several residents.
I didn't know the building was collapsing. I just knew it was a terrible earthquake and probably the worst one I ever felt.
He also showed us the nearby mall where a parking structure crumbled.
Imagine if the earthquake had hit during daylight hours. This parking structure would have been packed full of cars. As it was, one individual was inside.
From above, Liz Purcell gave viewers a better glimpse of the destruction, including buildings and freeways that turned to rubble.
A row of office buildings was destroyed by fire in Sherman Oaks, and the Santa Monica Freeway took a deep dive at La Cienega.
$40 billion in damage was caused. The Northridge quake was not only terrifying for those who experienced it firsthand, but it was also a wake-up call in the way things are built.
We do try to learn from everyone, and we try to change the building codes.
San Diego-based geologist Pat Abbott says the reason that quake was so destructive is because it hit in a way not often seen.
A fault 11 miles deep moved up, and so it not only shook the valley with seismic waves, but you literally bumped the valley up.
Since then, new construction projects have had to abide by newer codes, and in Los Angeles, an ordinance was passed to retrofit some pre-1980 structures. While that has made the area safer, Abbott says there's still more work that has to be done, not just in LA, but in other places where a big quake can hit, like San Diego.
And Abbott says in terms of buildings, the priority is in LA because that's where a bigger threat lies. He believes here in San Diego, it's in the back of people's minds, but the reality is there are thousands of buildings that really aren't up to date. Right. So even though we have all this new infrastructure, think about all those older buildings that could come crumbling down again when this happens.
Because as we've seen in more recent quakes, it really makes a difference, a huge difference. And looking back at those images, it just seems surreal. It's like looking at a movie set.
Yeah, and living in the area in '94, the scars were there for years. Driving around things, transit on the 10 freeway, taking detours. It was just incredible what had happened.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shannon.
Thanks, Shannon.